Hey all, this is our lunar pool for September the 11th, 2019. It is for any and all signs. Actually, yeah, we will use this deck. This is the Radiant Rider-Waite Tarot. If you are interested in this deck or any of the decks that I use in Lunartics Tarot readings, you can find information on all of them down below in the description box. King of Wands, King of Fire comes out for us at the center of this reading. Thank you so much to those of you who do support the channel with your likes, your comments, subscribes, shares, tips, donations, orders. If you are interested in ordering a personal reading from me, all of the information you would need to do so is also down below in the description box. Seven of Earth, Seven of Pentacles comes out in this reading as well. So it looks like we're talking about an influential masculine energy, a very social, passionate, inspired, and inspiring masculine energy. For a lot of you, we're talking about an entrepreneur, becoming one, focusing on one, especially with the Seven of Earth here crossing with this combination. Feeling very passionate about something, but for a lot of you, yeah, a business. It looks like you've been inspired to create here. In the recent past, we do have a burst of inspiration. And then an entrepreneur or a masculine energy, maybe a fire sign, Aries, Sag, or Leo, running with that inspiration, taking that gift from the multiverse, that gift from the divine, this seed, and watering it through networking. Again, being very influential, inspiring others to help them with what they're feeling passionate about, probably a creative or spiritual project. But whatever it is that we're feeling very passionate about, that we're working on, we have been working on it for some time. We're waiting to see the fruits of our labor here. This card, the Seven of Earth here, does represent success. So you are seeing success in that which you are working on. However, in this energy, people can grow. We all can grow complacent. But it's not the word I want. Complicit, because we get impatient here. We want to see that success come in faster. We want to reach the point where we can put our feet up and our hands and arms behind our head and sort of relax and enjoy. And that is not really what success is. That is the aftermath of success, right? Success, the act of it, the act of succeeding, is that final stretch of work. And so when we see the Seven of Pentacles, it's a good indication that the work that you have left to do is not the hardest work that the project required. It won't take as long as the work that you've done leading up to that point, right? But there is still a final stretch of work to be done. Just as this individual has to gather his coins, gather his fruit, right? There is that work still. And the near future card, in the near future position, you do have the Devil card showing up. A Capricorn energy coming into the picture, if that is something that you have been expecting, wondering about, waiting on. My cat's upset that I'm paying you all on the camera attention already, but I'm not paying him attention and letting him out. Five of Swords shows up as your advice card. It's very upset. And I just want one more card for you to see about a more distant outcome here. The more distant future then is the King of Cups, the King of Water. Temperance card shows up on the bottom of the deck, suggesting that the reading is very much about finding balance, finding harmony, having patience. Rings true, right? We are patiently waiting on the fruits of our labors here. So with the Five of Swords, the Five of Air showing up in the advice position, I do believe this is something that we have to fight for. And it looks like it's something we have to fight part of ourselves for. Now, this Devil card absolutely can be noting that a Capricorn energy will come in to help you with this project in the near future. But I think for most of us, it's talking about the qualities of the Devil card rather than the astrological sign that it relates to for me. Let me clean this camera. As I said, in this position, though we feel very passionate about that which we are working on or that which we are focused on at this time, we absolutely can grow complicit, grow too impatient in this position here, and decide to stop working as hard, to stop waiting on this project to pan out, decide that it's never going to happen or it's not happening quickly enough for the efforts that we're putting in, and begin to indulge in perhaps toxic habits, toxic patterns, toxic behaviors, even toxic relationships, in order to focus on something different rather than just this passion that doesn't seem to be growing quickly enough for us at this time. And I think that's what we have to fight here. I think it is part of ourselves. Perhaps there are other people around us who are engaging in those toxic behaviors and so encouraging us to, whether outright or just energetically, just in their actions being right in front of us and right around us, right? And that's what we have to fight back against, because this first burst of inspiration that began this project, that began this journey, that set this king on fire, so to speak, that encouraged this king to socialize, to network, to be inspirational and influential about that which he's working on in order to see that project grow. That seed was an opportunity that was sort of handed to us. You see the hand coming out of the cloud. All of the aces are like this. As I said, a gift from the divine, a gift from the multiverse. And so that first step was very easy, and it's been all work on our part since then, right? So yeah, I can sense that some of you are leaning toward toxic thought patterns. That's a behavior, right? Toxic self-talk. That's a behavior. A toxic attitude, or actually engaging in other activities that are unhealthy or toxic for us. Addictions, habits regarding this project or because of this project. So toxic thought patterns and self-talk, as in, this is never going to happen, I can't do this on my own, I can't make this work, I was foolish to think I could, etc., etc., etc. Or some of you actually have, addictions, television, sugar, alcohol, drugs, etc., etc., something like that. The message will be slightly different for everyone, and the timing of the message will be slightly different. This is our lunar pool on September 11th, but it may resonate on the days surrounding or following the 11th too, right? And again, the reading is suggesting that this is all about finding harmony, finding balance, and having patience here when we see the Temperance card on the bottom of the deck. I'll let you look at this and let me sit with the rest of the reading for just 1 second. This is also often speaking of a quiet, effortless focus, which is something that I think that we all need to find at this time, rather than continuing to watch a pot to see if it boils, right? Watch pot never boils, rather than pushing so hard, trying so hard. That is likely what's bringing up any toxic thoughts or behaviors or patterns. Is this putting so much effort in and staring at what we are waiting on as we are waiting, right? It's exhausting, it's discouraging, it's defeating, and there is room to find this balance where we are focused on what we want, we are working on it, but it's quiet, it's effortless. And so that is to fight the urge to try too hard, to push too hard. Ultimately, when I see the King of Water, the King of Cups here, it looks like we are mastering our emotions in this situation. This king is calm, mature, observes his own emotions, but also expresses his deepest desires. He's very diplomatic in the way that he handles situations, even and especially his own, is often an artist of some type. He has a very high emotional IQ, and I think that is probably necessary for you to develop in order for this project, this work, to grow. Now, I keep saying project and work. It may be on a relationship. It may be work on yourself. It may be self-developmental work, right? That it would be a spiritual project in my eyes. But that is why I feel you are being tested at this time, with the option to lean on the crutches of self-destructive or unhealthy, toxic patterns, habits, behaviors, even if it's just your own thought patterns. Mastering your emotional self at this time is how you find this patience, this quiet, effortless. And I believe these are the two aspects of yourself here that you're blending together, right? You need this fire, you need this passion for that which you are working on, what has inspired you, for the gift you've been given. Yes, you do. And then when it comes time to focus on the work, you need this patience with yourself, this diplomacy with yourself and with the project, and how long it takes to unfold, right? We need equal measures of both of those attitudes and energies. And again, this does seem to be a karmic test that is arising for you, so that you are given the opportunity to totally master your emotions in the situation. Being able to master and control those emotions are ultimately what will really aid you in manifesting the fruits that you want, since it seems you're still waiting on more, right? So with that said, that's what I see coming through for us on September 11th, 2019. I hope the needed insight was able to reach you here. And if the lunar pool did not resonate with you today, then I hope it does on another day. I already told you about the private readings down below. Thank you again for all of your support. If you are interested in a personal reading from me, my name is Aze. The email address is LunarticksTarot@gmail.com. And as I said, all the information is below. There is everything from a 1 question reading to a 90-minute reading. So you may want to check out the options, and you can go ahead and use the links down below in the description to go ahead and order as well. With that said, Lunartics Collective, do be patient with yourselves, do be patient with your projects. It looks like this is a new beginning for you and a good combination, one that is going to allow you to continue to confidently succeed and manifest as you move forward. So I would not give up on this project yet. The cards are advising that you fight for what you're feeling passionate about, fight for what you are already seeing success in. So I hope that helped, and I will post another lunar pool for us just as soon as I can.